So, hello and good afternoon from Munich, and welcome to our today's webinar. The webinar is part of a series of webinars organized by the Smart Cabinet Building Initiative, and actually it's already the last one for this year. Our today's topic will be presented to you by our partner from N. Hoffmann, Mr. Hermann Nagel. Hermann is Managing Director and for the Smart Cabinet Building, your point of contact for N. Hoffmann. Before Hermann now starts his today's presentation, some housekeeping from my end. You may have already noticed that you're all muted. You can ask any possible question via the question function, and Hermann will answer questions at the end of the presentation. In case we do not have enough time to do so, of course, we will get back to you after the webinar. Please also note that this webinar will be recorded. So I would say now it's time to start the presentation, and I wish you all a very interesting 20 to 25 minutes. And Hermann, over to you now.
Thank you very much, Ursula. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our today's Smart Cabinet Building webinar. Our theme today is Be Ahead in your panel shop, reduce cost pressure, increase efficiency. My name is Hermann Nagel, and I'm Director of Sales and Managing Director at Steinauer GmbH, a division of N. Hoffmann. Who is Smart Cabinet Building and what are our goals? Perhaps the one or other from you heard from us. For all of you who did not, we'd like to present the Smart Cabinet Building Initiative briefly hereafter. Smart Cabinet Building is an initiative of 5 major European manufacturers. They are Weidmuller, partner for industrial connectivity, Comax, pioneer and market leader of automated cable processing, Zuken, a digital engineering house for the panel shop industry with their software, Armbruster Engineering, responsible for assistance system for the manual production, and N. Hoffmann, we are offering state-of-the-art productivity increasing machines for the modern panel shop industry. Our mission is bundling of competence and know-how for the present and the future challenges of cabinet building. We are offering solutions to optimize the modern panel shop industry, and we do this for a very long time. We are all medium-sized and like to bundle and share our competence and know-how to present you the individual facts related to the state-of-the-art panel shop. As mentioned before, the theme of today's webinar is reducing cost pressure and increasing efficiency. We like to show more about the various and proved options we have experience with. As in almost all businesses, there are various challenges within the panel shop industry. They could and would vary from company to company and are, for instance, missing qualified staff in lots of countries, short project adjustments, higher requests for documentations from your customers. Of course, not all of these reasons might hurt the customers, hurt you, but the one or other will hit every company sooner or later. Today and during this webinar, we like to concentrate to the modification of enclosures and mounting plates to avoid rising costs in this respect. It is not new, cost pressure was there at any time of our business. Let's have a look to the various process steps the classical panel shop setup requires. We see a number of points where to optimize the cost and which will assist to continuously bring down the cost pressure. Within this webinar, we like to concentrate to the field where by using mechanical solutions, optimization, the process and, under others, create an ongoing cost optimization. What we see on this circle is the various steps where machine and automated solutions are available. It's in mechanic, it is in putting components on mounting plates, it is in wiring, and it's also in setting up projects. Within Smart Cabinet Building, Invent Hoffmann is offering automated modification solutions for enclosures and back panels, and also units to prepare consumables such as cable ducts and DIN rails. Due to the various factors, of which one is the success of modification centers such as the MocCenter to work on control cabinets, the pressure is rising to optimize the various processes. We like to take the chance and show in which way processes might have been changed on the one hand, and also show that the impact on costs in case of the mechanical work will be automated. Of course, we also will take into consideration the cost of the invest and the return of invest of such a machine tool. You will be very surprised about the return on invest of a MocCenter, even in smaller companies. Cost driver in panel shops and integrators are different and various. But what we see, there are a number of. Let us start and have a look to some of them which we are recognizing. What we see are shorter and shorter project times, availability of skilled workers, requests on ongoing better quality for less price, and also the globalization. This is not a complete list, but an overview of some points panel shops are faced with. All of these are rising complexity and cost and bring down the margins and profit. The state-of-the-art way of enclosure is what we like to show. But let us first have a look to the classic way to modify an enclosure. What you see here is a classic example of an enclosure modification, and this is still common in a lot of panel shops worldwide. Based on a material list, most likely with the physical components the worker positioned on the back panel, thereafter he processes the holes, the threads, and the cutouts by hand. After a while, and it takes a lot of time, the modification is done. The quality and the requested time for this job is primarily related to the qualification and the experience of the worker. In case in your company, the modification is as well done by a manual process, and it does not matter whether even a hand drill, a punching machine, or a jigsaw is involved, we are pleased to show you during this webinar an alternative solution to support the job. The state-of-the-art way to modify an enclosure is, from our perspective and experience, done by using a machine tool. To support the modification by using a modification center, a machine tool, such as an Invent Hoffmann MocCenter, requires two things. Number one, the investment into a machine. And number two, the setup of a drawing which is readable by a machine tool. We will show in a moment that the achieved time saving overcompensates either the setup of the drawing or the investment into the machine for most shops which are in the market. The steps from the drawing to the mechanical modification of an enclosure are very simple. The operator at the MocCenter or the technician in the in-house engineering office creates a drawing. Thanks to the onboard symbol library of our machine and on base of an also onboard CAD system, this is done very easy and very fast. The training to run both the symbol library and the CAD system is not taking much time and will be done within the setup of the machine. Once this is done, the operator will open the drawing at his MocCenter. He chooses the material he likes to process. The machine will pick up the appropriate tool and the appropriate parameter regarding speed and feed to modify. Also, the machine software generates automatically the required machine codes to run the process. The ergonomical setup supports the machine operator to fit the parts on the machine bed for processing. The material is fixed by pressing an appropriate button. After starting the modification, the process starts, and it's normally done in a few minutes. Of course, of a very high and repetitively possible quality. As mentioned, base of the automated modification is a DXF or a DWG drawing. Once prepared drawings could be reused or could be based for creating a new product, which might be a variety of the original version. Each project, either enclosure or back panel, will be, due to the precision of the machine, optically absolutely identical. So the machine tool creates, together with the operator, more quality, more flexible and performance, and very interesting, it generates more time for the shop floor crew to assist wiring, testing, and other jobs which have to be done internally. Flexibility and high-performance solutions like the Inventhoff MocCenter revolutionized the panel shop industry. The classical panel shop industry is very much driven by custom one-offs and small series. Therefore, the majority of our customers today keep the setup of the drawing in the workshop. It goes without saying that for sure data to modify an enclosure or a back panel could also be created by an engineering office and by using a modern ECAD system such as E3 from Zuken, ProPanel or similar. The interfaces are already loaded on the machine, so if you're coming out of one of these modern ECAD systems, it seamlessly can go onto a machine and modified by our tool. The MocCenter gives you the flexible, high volume, and good value for money alternative compared to the manual, more classic modification of your material. We also know from experience that the proved easy handling guarantees to implement the machine easily into your in-house workflow. The setup of a machine, including training and running it on your own, will take normally less than 4 days. The cost saving starts straight away with every project the solution modifies and creates also a very positive effect to your overall on-site workflow. Including taking in consideration the necessary invest into the machine itself, the cost saving related to the modification is higher than 80%. As you saw, the steps to run a machine tool are very easy, but the question is, what is the cost to do so? The Inventhoff MocCenter fully replaced the classic way of modifying an enclosure. Therefore, we like to have a look to the full process to run a modification process. With every investment, the question arises, is it from a financial point of view interesting for my operation? What is the return on investment time? And last but not least, is my work volume high enough to cover the cost of the investment long term? If we have a look to a to the cost impact based on an 800 millimeter 32-inch high wall mount and the following modifications. We have to do 3 instruments onto a door. We have to add 10 push buttons. We need to modify the back panel with 5 DIN rails and 7 cable ducts. And last but not least, cut in every side a ventilation cutout. The cost, as you see it here, the cost of the MocCenter based on leasing is already taken into consideration. So in euros, and today US dollars is about the same, if you do it by hand, you have an estimated cost of 154 euros. Do it with a machine, it is only 22. Of course, everybody accepts and understands that the modification by running an automatic machine might be cheaper, but also if you have a look to the planning, you have a high cost saving. The planning cost, the cost the worker in the classic modification needs to position the components and prepare them is going from 18 euros down to 6 euros, because now the operator can, all the engineering in the office can make all this drawing, all this planning on a screen by using a CAD software with, as mentioned, already preloaded symbols. What we see, the saving in the metal sheet processing part of the project is, as expected, phenomenal high. But did you expect 80+%? Both planning and modification are significantly cheaper and part of this high success and high cost saving. If you like and give us a chance, we would be pleased to run a time study on a project you send to us and give you a solid idea what the saving would be in your special project, in your special case. The cost saving per wall mount is one thing, but what we also we like to have a look how many business you have to run on the machine to get a proper return on invest. We know that a MocCenter fits to the size of almost every panel shop. What we did here is we did set up a comparison based on the total number of workers on the shop floor. So we took a look to the saving potential based on the project. Based on feedback of our customers and experience from previous projects, we learned from our MocCenter users that you will see a solid covering of the leasing cost and the process with beginning of 5 workers total on the shop floor. In that case, you will have all the time a positive effect because the investment is financed through a leasing, which gives you a monthly fixed rate for a number of years, depending how long you like to run the leasing. This saving, this cost, is not taking in consideration that you also have advantage due to faster project times, significantly better and ongoing quality, and less tool cost. These parts, these places will also increase the saving you could expect. Within this webinar, we showed how you can save by using automation solution also to modify enclosure and back panel a high amount of cost. From our experience, we know the automation is a secure path to handle rising costs by controlling your efficiency. Smart cabinet building has a lot of facets, and this offers a lot of possibilities to compensate and work against the rising cost. We had a look to the mechanical part, but again, also in components, marking components, setting up wires, like wire harnesses, optimizing the process of setting up the control cabinet itself, and last but not least, testing will give you a good and high benefit for your operation. The shortage of workers is a fact in most, I would say nearly in all countries. And therefore, like to have us a look, what is the impact to the workers of cost optimization solutions overall? As we know, one cost driver is the shortage of these qualified skilled workers. By using a machine tool in your shop, either to modify enclosure, assemble dinner rails, prepare harnesses, you optimize your internal human work, and it allows to look also into trained workers, which might be more easily available in the market. This impacts a rising productivity and optimize very much your workflow. Work against the shortage of qualified staff by active using of more automation and active optimization of your workflow. It is a matter of fact that optimization solution does not rationalize away qualified and value workers, but allows to use their skills more targeted and more efficient. This guarantees a higher efficiency for the company and, due to a good workplace, less fluctuation of the staff. We like to assist you on your way and are close towards the end of this webinar. The companies Weidmüller, Comax, Zuken, Armbruster, and Invent Hoffmann, we are all prepared to support you. In case of question or specific information you need, we would be pleased if you get in contact directly with us. If there are any questions, please feel free to address them right now or send them to our office, and we would like to work on them. Thank you very much for your participation and your interest, and have a great day.
Thank you, Herman, as well from my end. I can't see any questions at this stage. Maybe I give one more minute for you guys to put your questions into the question field in the panel. Otherwise, feel free to send, as Herman was just saying, to drop us a short message in case you do have any questions. Okay, still nothing coming in. Okay, if there are any questions, if there are no any questions, I'm going to close the session for today. Wish you all a very nice evening, and speak to you soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your support. Bye now.
Bye.